we are on to the feather sheet. So if you look at my actual drawing right here, you will see that we are starting out, as we always do, with a really light base layer to this feather. So what will happen here, we're going to be working with the contours of the quills of the feather. Now the quills of the feather, you kind of see they directionally go in this way right here. So you're going to have kind of a rounded diagonal. And after you do that, you're going to layer. You're going to just add a little bit. You can see some uneven dark areas, some kind of natural looking dark spotted areas in that particular feather. So as I go, I'll just observe my actual handout here. And I'll do just a little bit to get you started. So we'll work on the outer little shape right here. I've got it outlined pretty well for you guys, just to add a little base layer right here. And what we'll do, and I've got a couple of little lines. We're gonna go and we're gonna take some of this value down directionally to show the three-dimensionality of this object. So this trickles down a little bit into this little section here. So we'll do a little base layer right here. And then from this, we'll look, sometimes what happened here should, for the most part, connect to something that's going down here. So look for those connections with that line. This line, you're gonna have something else right here. There may be a little something right here. I may have to add a little bit right here to make that work. And then there's something here, and you can kind of see it starts to get a little bit more aggressive down in this little area. I may not go too far into that area because it may take me a little bit longer, but I'll give you a little base layer right there. So after you add your base, what you're going to do is start to get a little bit heavier. You can kind of see I've added some things there. So what I do is I look for places where things meet. So where this and this meet, there would be a darker area in general. So where you have, let's just say if you got like a canyon, if you got an area, if I'm looking at this like a landscape or something like that, like imagine this as a mountain and a valley, you might have some little areas, maybe even where the land, like the lower land meets that upper land area, you might have some heavier spots here. So usually where you have lines, like I have outlines here, you're probably going to have a darker area. So look at those, for those outlines that I have on that sheet, and you'll take usually when you have a darker area, if not always, it bleeds a little bit. It can't help itself. It can't just stay in one spot. So it's gonna bleed a little bit to that lighter area of the feather there. And so you've got some little bit of a shorter, we're doing hatching right here, the little lines, but these are almost dashes, I would say. These are kind of dash-like you did on your zebra right here. So we're adding some little uneven dark value, mainly around the edge, and we're kind of leaving a little bit of that central area lighter right there, as you can see. And I'll pay close attention to those lines coming out of this. If you have a darker area, have it kind of bleed into those lighter areas. And then going on down here, there are some areas, once you start adding your darker areas, that kind of bleed out a little bit and affect those lighter areas. It may be like just little hairline marks that you're making in general. And you're going to continue the directional lines of the surface are going in this way. Even in the darker area, you're going to pick up on that. You know, you've got that kind of curved diagonal that continues, and it may be a little bit more apparent and aggressive in that darker area right here. So anyway, yeah, keep layering as you go, keep going back and checking section to section. Because once you do something here, you might have to go back and do something here. So they all connect. So anyway, hopefully that helps.